It's not working? Press the button on his chest.
No!
No, it scares you? All right, I kind of got a weird one for you today. So we went to TFCon this weekend, and my wife obviously was looking for a robot to replace the Jinbao gravity builder that my daughter kept playing with when my case was exposed. I've since then retired gravity builder from my home case and have taken it to my job. So she was looking for a robot of equal size to get my daughter, not understanding how much these things cost. Therefore, I now have a Revenge of the Fallen battle charger Bumblebee. And this sucker is huge, but let's hit a 360 real quick. I would say all in all, the details of this car are actually really nice. For what it is, it's a pretty snappy car. It's a clunky transformation and it's got animatronics. So once I do the whole 360 tour here, we're gonna try to transform it. It's very interesting transformation, and of course, it's got 10-year-old batteries in it. So I'm gonna make it a point to remove those. But we've hit the 360. Let me go ahead and stop this, and then I'll turn on some of its animatronic features. Now, forgive you me, this is normally not my regular format of video. And again, this sucker is kind of huge. I figured it would only make sense for Bumblebee to have a yellow backdrop. While reviewing Bumblebee, we got a power button thing where his arm is hiding here. You can turn it on, shut the door, and the batteries must be low because brother's starter's not turning over. That's actually funny. Yeah, I don't think that button's going to work in the try me position, so I'll try this again. That is too funny. Let me see what happens if I hold it. Okay, so I'm thinking the batteries are dead. We'll do a quick battery change.
Three hours later.
Forgive me, I had to take my sputter off. So let's see. The battery stuff is under here. There we go. Pull this stuff off here. The arms do a flippity skibbity. One way or another. Either way, it doesn't mentally feel good to do. Oy. I hate some of these tabs. Oh God. Officer, I needed you to have the touch when I was trying to show your stuff off earlier. But anyways, we finally exposed his beehole. Would be a good idea to turn on the electric screwdriver. Let's take a look at these 10-year-old batteries to see how they're looking in here. I'm actually impressed. Ooh, little bit of acid here, but not too much. For 10-year-old batteries, pretty impressive. But if you buy anything old like this that has batteries, especially if you give this to a kid, take these out and change it. When I opened up my Revenge of the Fallen Optimus Prime and Jetfire after 10 years, all of the battery ports had battery acid all over them. Be on the lookout when you're buying a 10-year-old figure with 10-year-old batteries in it, especially if it's brand new in box. because that means it could be coming with acid damage. So let's go ahead and put his B-hole back on. And quickly try to triage him back into robot or car mode. There's a lot of unnecessary transforming to get access to that battery port. This thing has a more interesting pegging sequence than old men on Reddit. And if you don't know what that means, don't look it up. Okay. I would say this is probably not the funnest thing to transform. I feel like this is more of a fight with a sentient being than it is playing with an actual toy. So you got a snap joint here, and maybe some kind of snap joint somewhere else, and you have to align these things up like perfectly. I mean, the end product is actually pretty nice. But as you can imagine, I'm giving this, or this is owned by a 3-year-old. All right, snippety snappy, then you hide the weird arm ropes in here. It's just kind of like our dirty secret type of thing. Just shove those in there, however you get them to fit. This is like cleaning your room. When your parents tell you to clean your room and like you just throw all your stuff under the bed, this is the equivalent to that. You just throw all that stuff under the shell. No one's gonna see it. This is the good stuff. So let me see. I'm gonna turn it on now. I'm gonna shove this, I don't think the wrapping technique I used worked the way I thought it was. Let's slap this bad boy in here. A little more plastic gymnastics. Poppy pop, 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 and you don't stop. Okay, you gotta pop these wheels into place. They sit on these little axles here, so the car will rev as you move it. Pretty cool feature. Let's see if we're in business now. That was a little embarrassing earlier. Okay. Ah, yeah, it was out of battery, baby. There we go. So lots of lights back here. I don't know why. It just turns absolutely red in the behind. Some sick xenon lights in the front. When you move it, you hear it rev. And then, of course, my daughter's favorite, my wife's non-favorite. So if you absolutely want to piss your wife off, for any of the husbands out there, totally buy this for your kid and then leave it on. It randomly will make noises until you turn it off. I don't know how long before its next interval. Just don't know what to do with myself since you've been gone. It literally will just sit and do that all day until you turn it off. Or just buy it and throw the batteries away. But we'll get to the robot mode right now. Oh, sorry, Bublebee, my bad. So, let's switch it to regaining my sanity mode, which is right here on the side. Starting off, just pop the doors loose. This is normally like the last part of the transformation. And then these little guys right here, I'm gonna pop this off to the side. There should be 2 little ports to hold those in place. And this one was the problem one. Oh God, I do not like roughhousing transformers. This thing has a really nice like iridescent pearl on it. It has a clear pearl on top of the yellow, so it's actually really, really nice. Again, I'm probably not doing the best job of focusing on it. Details, I love the disc calipers and the brakes in here. It'd be even sicker if the calipers rolled. Why this has massive, massive brake discs in the back and smaller ones in the front leads me to believe that whoever you don't do staggered brakes, okay? The bigger rotor goes in the front, smaller rotor goes in the back. That's a car guy thing, not important. Let's keep it moving, because I'm gonna spend like 20 minutes trying to get this thing out of its hole. That's what she said. With me be. Bro, why is this putting up such a fight? It's not easy at all. I'm literally fighting for my life here. All right, so here's the trick. You take your finger, you wedge it up in here, behind the hole, and then you push and pull at the same time. For the legs, pretty simple. It's just a lickety split back here. Oh yeah. Okay, I like it. It's not that simple, but you kind of push down on the back of the car here. This whole thing becomes a separate operation. Probably best done when the legs are separated. And then there's these two little buttons right here on the legs that you have to press. I think probably to collapse them. Probably not so much to extend, so we'll find out in a second. So this just kind of pops loose in the same painful way everything else does. And when I say in the same way, I mean the same dreadful process that you've seen with every other bit of me enjoying this figure. Same thing. Let's pop this stuff off. And these are like meaty clips that are holding everything in place on this thing. So when I tell you like this, I'm literally sweating trying to transform this thing. So, and then these doors, I don't know if it's even safe to do right now, but these have like this little pattern on it, and then there's these little thingies on the back. You pretty much line this up and you punch these in here. So I'll probably punch myself for changing this from a car. Oh God, yes. Good Lord. That is painful. So again, super meaty clips. You have to push them into these holes. Not a very enjoyable experience, especially for my fingers. Then you do surgery, you flip this whole shebang bang over. This is probably like the worst frame video in the history of any transformation video. And as I stated, it's because this thing is so freaking big. Well, let's try and do the legs. Again, they said something about Transformers and ADHD the other day. And I feel like I got something after playing with this toy. Okay, there's something weird with the wheels. I remember that. Okay, so we fold the ankle out, pulled the toe out. Well, it probably doesn't help that I'm trying to rush do this before my child wakes up and sees that I'm transforming her toy without her. During my small little work break. Alright, that's another foot done. Now, is this how his feet were when I got him? I know there's some... Okay, we lost the missile, but not the overall battle just yet. So... Oh God, that sounds horrible. Oh... This is a built to last transformer, let me tell you. Because that hurt my soul right now. So I'll put his little wheels to the side here. It's not the most posable Bumblebee. We'll eventually get to that. Put him up against the wall, see what we're working with here. This poor guy. He looks like he's doing the I'm not safe with this guy symbol with his hands. So let me put his chrome dome back on. Now we take the wheels. The wheels make these cool little decorations back here. And then the arms also have like a gear pivot here and then a D-shaped cone here that handles the animatronics. And you need to match that pattern up with the socket here for it to satisfyingly click into place. Are we missing something in here? Like I hate. Okay, the wheels, that's right. The wheels are how he stands. So you have to flip the whole wheel into the back of his foot. And then this eventually will flip down. That's how he stands up. Excellent. We're making some good progress here. Sorry, Mr. B. So let's get that other arm socket into place. Let's make sure it's all lined up. Pointing down, where is the D? Haha. I don't think that arm moves. This one does move. And he's got articulated fingers. Kind of weird. We're going to take the wingies and pop them into their respective holes. And let me just do it again so you get to see that in all of its glory. Told you, this is going to be a chaotic one. This guy is too damn big. This is definitely something I would never buy. It's cool. I don't know what its original price is, but I paid $130 for this. $120. Ah, sweet Baby Ray's barbecue sauce. And we're gonna turn B on. And his joints are loose. Okay. I'm gonna find that missile.
Reporting for duty, sir.
The longer you leave them on, those gears sound like they're 10 years old. At some point, B will bust a cap in you.
And as you can see, traffic is at a standstill.
Let me see. What happens if I hold this for a long duration of time?
Radio broadcast.
At some point, he shoots that missile automatically. My battery's about to die, so let me go change it. All right, I don't know how much juice we have left. It looks like it did try to shoot the missile. Again, you just kind of have to let him sit and marinate. Oh yeah, let me flip his knee up here.
Reporting for duty, sir. We got a great team here. I think we can beat just about anybody this season.
Oh well. It also comes with a battle mask. But it pops off pretty easily. Kind of sucks. Yeah, it's like on this little thing here, so that's... Don't know who this is for. Oh! I didn't do anything, so it actually shot the missile that time. But anyways, detail-wise, it's a pretty cool figure. Not my cup of tea, but definitely my daughter's jam. She loves this thing. She loves big robots. She'll go, I love big robots. And she'll take it and have it sit on the couch with her like it's a My Buddy figure. You're probably too young to even know what that means. The details on the figure obviously are super awesome. I probably don't have the right lighting really to show you anything out of whatever my camera is capturing and what I assume this looks like in watched back footage. This is a big boy. The box is even huge. Size-wise, this Bumblebee, next to the biggest figure I own, which is Menasor with an upgrade kit, that's how big this figure is. And it's not 5 separate toys, it's one big hulking transformer. So, and it's bigger than Menasor. And I think that's what a lot of Transformers fans complain about when they do buy these figures, is because maybe they felt they got a lot more for their money back when these movies were all out. Right now, Hasbro's just making figures to make figures and hoping to milk the nostalgia of a supple 40-year-old man like myself, as opposed to children who grew up watching Transformers iterations I've never heard of, or never seen, or can't watch without a Paramount Plus subscription, like Transformers Prime, etc. And then we'll get some box action going. Again, I'm gonna have to triage his face mask later. The thing's like a pain to put back in. But this is the box this hulking bad boy came in. So Ultimate Bumblebee Battle Charged, Revenge of the Fallen, converts to Camaro with battle charged grill and hood. What I was hoping was that this thing turned from a big ass robot into a Camaro, but that was not the case. This box is in excellent condition. I feel really bad that I'm going to chuck it in the trash. And I'm also like, I feel horrible that I bought this figure as tribute to my daughter. We have to offer Bumblebee as tribute so daddy can go buy toys at TFCon without being bothered. I'll just turn my light down on Mr. B here. But that's it. This is Battle Charged Bumblebee with brand new batteries in it. 10-year-old figure, Revenge of the Fallen. Pretty cool. I'm going to change it back into a hulking Camaro now, not on camera because that's going to take a half hour. And you probably won't be able to see it without me standing in front of the camera. You really have to muscle this thing into its car mode from its robot mode. But that's it. I hope you enjoyed this review. And Bumblebee will probably hit the splits for you, if not the Quan, going back into car mode. And that will be the end of this Not My Cup of Energon review here. But light up lights, battle mask, shooting arm gun, that's Bumblebee. This is unscripted, raw, just doing it while my daughter is asleep and I'm allowed to touch her toy. I appreciate you guys rocking with me. If you haven't watched my TFCon vlog, feel free to watch it. If you were there, holler at your boy. Maybe we can plan to meet up next year or something like that once I get more familiar with this community. But I blabbed on enough. Peace out.